Hi, everybody. How are you today? I want to talk about this season as a time of miracles and dreams because that's what I've been seeing. I've been experiencing it personally, and I've had a lot of feedback from people I've been working with. Hi, I'm Patricia. Welcome to my channel, which is about Twin Flame Ascension and healing. So, it's the solstice coming up here. We've had a lot of retrograde action. A lot of it's very like sort of push-pull, pushing you. But we've had some miracle things popping up, right? And this is very welcome this time of year. It should happen this time of year, right? Some of it is along the lines of people helping each other, but some of it is those things that you least expect that suddenly move into place. Now, for people that do the work, you're going to find that this retrograde stuff is going to bring you sort of the opposite of what's usually reported. Instead of weird, bad communications, it's going to be good communications, good responses to things you want. The solstice, the way I'm feeling this solstice, it's like the flipping of a switch. There's going to be a very strong catapulting action, which is intended to align people. And for the past few weeks, I've been talking about divine masculine alignments. This is because divine masculine energy has the support. It belongs to you because you need that to implement things into action. What's calling you in 2025? What are you going to do? Where do you stand? Do you even know where you stand? What's going on anyway? Well, one of the miracles that I think is very small and yet very huge is the miracle of what happens underground when flowers get dormant, they go to sleep, they look like they die. Only the top part dies. The inside part is not actually dead. It's kind of dormant, but it can miraculously pop up. And here's even more so why I'm calling this about miracles and dreams. Timing. Timing is crucial because those flowers know the time to start popping up. It will pop up through snow, through cold weather. It will seek the sun. It will seek its source. This is very much like us. So doesn't matter if you're not celebrating the holidays like everyone else does. In fact, a lot of people will argue that this is like a pagan time of year. Yeah, it is. Okay, everyone has noticed that in the northern hemisphere, the nights are longer, it gets dark faster, and there's always that day where it's the turning point. What do you do for the solstice? Do you have a special place you want to go see the sunset? It's going to be pretty early for a lot of people. Is there a special thing that you do, your own ritual to line it up, like candles? Well, this is how some of this has started. There's another thing to know also is that traditionally men were the ones that got to use substances in order to foretell what was going to happen next year. We're in a different timeline. All you need is your new light body. Do you have things to heal from the past? Yes, that is my specialty, so that you can unhook from the past and you can ascend. So what are you looking forward to in the next year? Would you like some predictions about that? Would you like some assistance? Like, are you done and ready to let go of some of the things of the past? Because this is very much letting go energy. This is about leaving things half done. This is about abandoning projects. This is about leaving a relationship. It's about not having to have closure because your soul is ready to close things for you. And sometimes that's a miracle because our soul can do for us what sometimes we cannot do at the human level. And yet we still have to take steps as humans. So, what are some of the other things you're expecting here? Okay. You may feel like your diurnal rhythms are turned around. Well, do you have to detox in the spring? Yes, you should do a detox of your body, especially if you are attending parties, gatherings, there's rich foods. Your system is sluggish. You are not getting the workouts or the sunlight you want. You're not breaking a sweat. I have a way to help you with that. And there is a way, and there is something I have coming up which is intended to help you with that. Okay. Do you hate all the trimmings and trappings? I know a lot of people, when they first go on the journey, they're kind of like, oh, I hate all this stuff. And yet they really miss the warmth, the camaraderie, the old days, the gatherings, the this, that, and the other thing. And some things just don't cut it. Okay. Are people getting absolutely immersed in alcohol and drugs and feel like that's really a good time? Well, doesn't feel good the next day. And how long is this going to be perpetuated before someone does something about it? Who's feeling it on the other side? Are you feeling it from your twin flame? Are they feeling it from you? Are you feeling like, the good times that are rolling just aren't a good time? Are you worried about what is your calling? How are your finances for the next year? So these are things that your light body, your brand new light body helps you with. These times of the year that approach these certain points, like a season change, these are pivot points. The choices you make now determine how it will be a few months from now, because it's like, lobbing something into the future and you're expecting it to land and open up and blossom. It's like taking some seeds and being like, okay, go plant and like grow in March or February, where you can start feeling it with some momentum and you start moving into it and getting those baby steps into it. So maybe you're like, well, what's an example of this? Okay, let's say it's a business. Okay. When I first started doing this, it was over the telephone. There was no such thing as Zoom. I mean, you could, but it really wasn't accessible for a lot of people. You could record something, sell it on like a tape or something like that, but not for the majority of people. I now have written about 9 books. I've created 50 webinars on these topics. I've grown. I touch people all over the world thanks to the technology. I want to thank people that came to me with things they had going on that, really were very severe. And my higher self helping and really letting me mark it down, create a procedure, a protocol, create something that's easy to be able to help others, because some of those were breakthroughs. They were a breakthrough for the person I was talking to, and they were a breakthrough for me. Are you ready to have breakthroughs? The solstice really is a time of miracles, small miracles, big miracles. So if you've given up on humanity, or you're thinking, well, everyone's just nasty out there, there's people like my wishes are never going to come true, I'm never going to meet anyone. Okay. It's not that you can't meet someone. Your higher self doesn't want you to be trifled with, played with, ghosted. Your higher self is actually ghosting those people because of it. Not because of you, but because those people don't belong with you. They would do the same crap all over again, and you're here to break those patterns. You're here for real love. So for some reason, twin flame stuff seems to have veered off onto this track and that track. I recently had gone to some workshop and someone said, well, what about the 144,000? Well, what about it? First of all, it's ancient history. Secondly, come on. I mean, look at the population of the planet. Only 144,000 units are being awakened and ascended. You could look at channels and just see like the numbers, the metrics far exceed that. So I don't know why people are still hung up on this. It's been distorted, corrupted, and it's exclusionary. Why are we going to exclude people? It's like saying, well, only these people in this country. No, I have spoken to people in just about every single country. And years ago, I did a map about it. I was actually very impressed that we're quite distributed throughout the world. And there's a reason. You're here to anchor 5D energy and ripple it, not the other way around. Like you can't pull it down to you. This is also a misconcept. You're rising up into it. You're kind of like boop, and then you're expected to be at that level. If you don't know what the new level supports, try looking at my previous video that I did. I talk a lot about it. Do you want to keep going into 2025 knowing what your family's chronic illnesses are, pain points, trouble spots? Do you know what yours are? Okay, I have had miracle healings. I have had people where within a short sequence of sessions, miracles have happened for them. I've been very humbled. I would be remiss if I didn't talk about this. I feel like I don't talk about it enough. And I'm talking about some really severe stuff. We're talking about weird sexual stuff that has happened to them, things that people remember from their past lives, things of terrible traumas that have happened to them, their entire peoples being wiped out. And yet it's a memory, it's a wound, it's a trauma. Why do you think people even, they hoard things? Well, it has been because of past cataclysms. The same reason that people, go ahead and they're like, oh, I can't, I just can't like do without these things. I need them. I might need them one day. Okay. There's a really deep psyche issue. Now, even though we may know it is psychological, sometimes the traditional things just aren't helping those situations, but this work does. So, what would you like to accomplish for next year? Don't settle. I'm going to tell you something. Don't settle, because that sends a mixed signal to your higher self. You don't want any mixed signals. You don't want to be wishy-washy. You got to be like, I am here to do this. I'm here for what I'm really here for. You're not just trying to get a date. Look, a lot of you can get a date. I can get a date. I mean, this isn't about it. What I wanted from dating was instant relationship. Somehow something in me sensed this aspect of being a twin flame where it was just like, this is going to happen. And even though I didn't know everything years ago that I know now, there was sort of this expectation. I didn't want to sit and go to dinner and be like, so, what's your family like? How many kids do you want to have? Or some baloney like that. Or some of the weird dates that I actually had, which were like, can you please beat me? And I was like, why do these things seem to devolve into like the dregs of human relations? This is like, it was to show me something. It was to show me that that is where some people's abuse patterns have put them. They are seeking it again and again and again, and it's not healthy. I'm not here to shame anyone. A lot of times people, they feel shame anyway because of what's happened to them. I'm here to heal it. I wasn't going to heal that person because at the time I didn't know. I considered it pretty brave to ask for what you need, and yet it is so not twin flame love. That's for sure. Because real love like this is passion, it's a rapture, and that's what you're here for. So no wishy-washiness about it. You're my strongest warriors. So look down below if you would like to join us this weekend on our last segment of the webinar. I guarantee you will enjoy it. And watch for our upcoming monthly live events. I run these live. We do energy healing sessions, and there is a holiday discount special in the description. So take a look. I hope you have a good day. Please like and subscribe, share my videos because they are very informative. My work has diagrams and charts and things that really explain it, on top of having the ability to do actual live question and answer. I know there's a lot of people that want to hide behind their website or use sort of like fluffy names, and they may feel those fluffy names. That's not me. I am who I am. I believe that, this is how it should be. And, there may be people that sit there and say, isn't that the lady that had the auto body shop and like they fixed our car? Yeah, probably, because that was me in a previous life, in this life. And I learned a lot, and we helped a lot of stressed out people who had been in a collision, and some of them were hurt, and we got them back on track during their crisis. So that's my background, helping people in crisis from one time, the next time, helping people restructure their lives. I incorporate a lot of this within the work that I do. I'm very well rounded, and I want to help you to be also, because you have a lot of experiences from past lives that you need. And you are a strong warrior and an even stronger lover. I'm here to help you get rid of the pains and the trauma so you can get to the good stuff. So thanks so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye.